Oh no, what did I buy this time? Well, I found a Commodore 64 and a disk drive for it. I have to say, this thing right here is the most massive disk drive I've ever seen in my life. It's only a 5 1/4 inch drive, but like, compared to a PC drive over there, well, I don't know about the size of the drive itself, but the case it's in is almost as big as the computer itself, and it weighs like 3 times as much. It's absolutely massive. So anyway, I found the Commodore 64, some manuals and like a disk drive, also a plotter printer, but I don't have that with me right now. This is all 35 bucks basically. The plotter printer doesn't work right now, but I guess we're trying to mess with it. And it came with a game, Jupiter Lander, which surprise surprise is very much like Lunar Lander, and also a game that does not work with this system, a Commodore 16 or plus 4 game. So that's just gonna stay around for looks, I guess. And yeah. Also, in a bunch of like 5 1/4 inch floppies I got a while back, I found a Commodore 64 game in there. So I guess I'm gonna try and figure this thing out. Yay! So I got this thing all hooked up, and the first thing is that I'll show you is an oddity with this. I'm not sure if it's probably not something that a Commodore 64 is supposed to do. Look, I turned it on and nothing's happening. For some reason, I guess this thing has like old capacitors or something like that. I don't know what's up with it. But you'll notice that the light is very dimly on. And if we just let it sit here for a while, it will basically give us a black screen eventually. And now the light came on all the way, so now I can shut it off and turn it back on. And then it should show up. There we go. It's kind of a odd behavior, I gotta say, for a computer, but I guess it works maybe. It's probably about ready to blow up or something. So yeah, let's kind of throw in this cartridge right here. And hopefully it doesn't have to warm up again. Oh, there it goes. Well, that sucks. Well, after you let it warm up, I guess it just stays on after a while. So I'm just gonna show you, I suppose, a couple things with this. This thing is so funny. I don't really know how to use the Commodore at all, so forgive me of my noobishness. So here we have Jupiter Lander. Let's see if we got sound here. It's probably gonna be too loud. F1 is fire, A and D. Man, I gotta use 2 hands for this. Well, I'm gonna play this with 1 hand. No. Well, I managed to land with 1 hand going back and forth. That kind of sucks. Oh well. Also, this thing really does not look good on this TV. Man, oh man. Let me just crash or something. Let's see here. See if we can make it look a little bit better. I'm not sure if we can. Da 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 da. I'm not sure. It just looks awful though. How many lives do you get in this game? What the heck? Oh, I guess that should be it, huh? Yep, there we go, game over. Good. Now, let's pull this thing out pretty quick before it decides it needs to warm up again. There we go. And let's turn this thing on. This crazy thing. I don't know how to load disc games or anything like that, but this one has instructions, so let's follow those real quick. I'm not standard keyboard. It's kind of hard to use. Load. Whoops. Alright. You know, it might be beneficial to put the disc in the drive after it stops crying. I'm pretty sure I can just move this back up here. Hit enter. There we go. Prepare for the longest wait you've ever seen in your life. Because this thing is not fast. Well, you got something. So these are the only two games I have with this thing. I'm trying to figure out if I can use my 486's 5 1/4" drive to image some discs or something and see if I can get some good games on here. Holy crap. It's a software company that's encouraging you to copy their software, but not for the reasons that you might think based on what I said. So let's see here. Let's just start mission. I don't have time to really, you know, read instructions. I'm just gonna fail horribly. I already tried this and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Good luck indeed. Probably gonna like go to. This is actually a Star Trek game. At least I think it's a Star Trek game. This thing only has one problem with it though, well, besides that warm-up thing. I'm missing a couple keys, but you can still press them, it's just the keycaps are gone, so it's not that big of a deal. So whenever this thing decides it wants to get done with that. Oh yeah, let's see here. There's a disc that came in these books, but I don't know what it is. Or what it does. Looks kind of warped. It's kind of dusty. I'm gonna try throwing it in and see what it does. Maybe. Holy crap. We can take a nap while this thing is loading, can't we? Let's see here. Oh boy. I guess we can learn how to program with this pretty thick book. Learn some graphics. There it goes. Scary. I'm ordered to defend the Federated Territory. You can't really read any of this because the TV just doesn't really put it on there very well. Oh, okay. So, I'm the little ship in the center, I guess. I guess I can tell me to go places. Let's go far, fast. Or a haul butt. There's a map here somewhere. That's not the map. Now it's wanting pulsars or something like that. I don't know what this button does. I just don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I changed the number over there, I think. No? Ooh. Let's, have 0 over here. That's a good idea, right? Function buttons don't do anything. There's a self-destruct function in this, but you have to put in a code. Okay. Let's let's move 5, I guess. Well, we're going away. Well, I don't know. I should probably stop this before I bore somebody. Well, actually, I probably do. Hey, there's commands. Oh. Interesting. But anyway, that's about that for this game. I don't know how to exit it. There's a pause button, maybe. Huh? Oh, I just think I just turned off all my shields and shit. Well, anyway, if there's any specific games you would recommend for Commodore 64 in the US, we'll just drop them by because I don't really know anything about Commodore or the games on it. I just got one because it's cheap. And this thing is probably going to complain sometime when it needs to access the disk, but it won't because I'm going to shut it off. Well, I guess that's the first little look at something I don't understand. It's kind of cool though. Well, we'll see.